I think we're gonna make a pillbox. What can we make a pitcher pump out of? Ceramics should survive this. We're also gonna need some power. Should be able to have a power transformer here and then the steam turbine next to it. Oh, talking about steam turbine, I guess we're gonna need... Oh, actually... cancel this. Because we probably want this to first of all go cool down the steam turbine, then cool down or chill pool. So bam 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 bam. And come down here and then we cool down this. Power also means we need some conductive wire. This going up like here. Yeah. Trying to see how I can trick this. Trick those zombie spores to disappear. But maybe this is not priority. We're currently not getting water for our oxygen supply, right? And that is rapidly approaching a problem status. Very rapidly, honestly. Maybe... We can even use this here as a cooling for the desalinator. How far are we up here? Still waiting for some. It's like 15 different projects, right? On different parts of the map here that we're currently doing. I need somebody bringing in the steel here. I'm still gonna need a film sensor here, and then some automation wire. I want a... What's the temperature around here? It shouldn't be that warm. Yeah, let's get a fresh desalinator. Let's make it out of, you know, whatever. Make it out of steel. Throw that in here. On that note, some point we extended the pipe here. Okay. Nothing's melting, that's fine. Yeah, I like and I hate having to work on 5 different things at the same time. Alright, so for our cooling pipe here, gonna take some nickel. Gonna come in here. Go out, gonna go into insulated. Fill down this. Something like this. Need some scaffolding to build all of that. I'm not gonna queue up new research just to free up a little bit more labor force here. I'm also gonna need a liquid vent. Get the exhaust from the steam turbine back in here. That can be here. I feel like if I can get this system going, then all the material is gonna be in a much more central location. Although, is it really? It's still gonna be super far away from the door. So, all the bleach stone. Also not gonna be nice. Okay, temporarily, I know it's gonna heat this thing up a little bit, but it's steel, it should last a while. Just so that we can get some water back in our pipes. We're gonna run this pipe in here. Get this thing working again. While we get this whole system readied up. Which probably means, because for some reason nobody wants to work anymore. Like, they just need to go here, boop, 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 salt water in here. And it couldn't be any easier. The other thing we're gonna do is do some prep work. So this is basically the pipe that's gonna have the hot water from this area coming through here, getting cooled down. And this is gonna have the hot salt water from here, going through this, getting cooled down. And this is actually already enough. Now I want a layer of regular water. Which overheated. Auto sweeper? Why are you getting overheated? What? I mean, sure, you're picking up hot magma. Alright, there's no atmosphere in here, right? It's still a vacuum. Okay. Alright. Fine for now. We need to cool this thing down somehow. Which probably is gonna mean having our little cooling pipe that's here come around, cool that down. Means we need to put more coolant in there for the extended length. But let's get this finished first. If this breaks, we'll repair it later. At the moment, nobody can go in there anyway. Yeah, this is gonna break. It's fine. No, nobody's starving. At least I hope nobody's starving. No, he's sitting on the toilet and it's like, oh, I'm starving. No, you're not. You're taking a shit. Could be another POI with some data banks. Not sure why we're still not seeing that. Anyway, I need a little bit more water. We might actually need to make sure the air can get out. Might just be actually everything that's needed. Deconstruct that. This is all done, the piping. Over here, we're gonna get some nectar into this again. We start closing this up. Ah, the question is... we can stop. Construct that and sweep this out. Like if we use materials overlay for liquids here, then yeah, we have layer of salt water, layer of regular water. So as soon as that's swept out, actually, let's just immediately rebuild all of that. So we can actually... let's not sweep it. We can use these materials to build this. Too late. I was already sweeping it away. Okay, and now the expensive part. We're not going to fill it with mercury this time, like the other chiller we were building. We're filling it with metal tiles. And we're gonna need a steam turbine. Large power transformer. We can look at the plumbing for both of those. Oh, did I plumb this? Ah, damn it. Okay, hang on. Oh, this is fine. Can still get in there. Ah, yes, this is the easy solution. Just bam, bam, bam. And then we can do a... should be more than enough to cool this thing down. Okay. Plenty of mercury here, which we could use for building those temp shift plates, but I guess we just have so much work to do right now. Triple checking that I actually build a proper circle here. Proper flow for the coolant. Alright, this has been constructed so we can close this off. Oh, and we're getting coolant in. As for now, also we say that nectar is coming at -22, so we have some room. The real question is, why is it not continuing to flow? Oh, because this section is not built. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yes, one thing I didn't do is I don't have any automation for the steam turbine. Which is fine, you know, it will automatically run as soon as it gets the steam in here goes above 125 degrees. Even if we don't need power in the network, it's fine. Actually, one more thing I should totally do here. Run this over the power transformer. Alright, then over here we can get a liquid pump. Gold amalgam should be more than enough.
Right on.
Hey, Koturas!
Subs
Thank you very
included.
much. Thank you very much for the resub. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Now the question is gonna be whether or not that's enough to cool down this water in this reasonably short strip far enough down. I need to do some liquid shut-off shenanigans. I guess I could do something which is not ideal. We could do a liquid shut-off. Like, I don't want to put it in there because then we are losing even more nice radiant pipes. The liquid shut-off here and put the thermosensor here. Maybe. Also, totally, this should still be radiated. Yeah, I had it. I had it underwater, but I don't have water anymore here, and so now, I'm creating a little chilling setup here to chill down all that hot salt water and eventually also this salt water. And I'm just extending my cooling loop that's chilling this down to also chill down the machine. I think that should be all we need in here, so we can close that up again so that bloody heat's not coming outside. Talking about this place, we're looking. Three. Nice tank for all that water from everywhere. All in here. And I'm not gonna rescue the Sweetles. But we're gonna rescue all the goodies from down here. I think I once again overfilled the cooling pipe. Which is fine, right? We learned how to deal with that. Somehow. Oh, we're gonna need... No, actually, this. Bridge. Cancel that. Pretty certain we can't build metal tiles on this. Or can we? Right, how's our little experiment here? Still not sure. Somehow we're gonna get those zombie spores defeated. I just don't know how yet. It's all a matter of time. Meanwhile, hey Nicolo. Wonderful. How's this pool? It's filling up slowly. This was more important to get our water supply for our oxygen going again. I hate this. Not just because we have the chlorine everywhere, but mostly also because it's we need the bleach stone for other stuff, and it's just gonna disappear. This is also kind of always super annoying. Finding out where the items are and then, say, sweep that item. There's a sweep by type mod that I saw in the workshop, but that hasn't been updated in a long time. I'm not sure if that's actually still working. So now somewhere here. No bleach stone. That's all of them. Possibly. Oh, automation wire is what you're missing. Fair enough. Good, but now a little bit of steel over here. We also have something in that pipe. What I'm gonna do with these nectar bottles, we're gonna relocate them here. So let's sweep that igneous rock from there away. We can't put a metal tile there, we're just gonna empty the bottles in that spot. And we have some nice thermal power there. That over there, how's this looking now, gas-wise? Okay, so I'm not excited with the zombies bosses just in this tile. Cool. How do I destroy it? If I destroy this tile, is it gonna push it out? Or is it just gonna... I think it might just delete it at this point. Worth trying. You have all inputs blocked. Yeah, not enough steam. Yeah, because it's not steam yet. Okay. I think we talked about this. I mean, since everybody's in place, I actually kind of want this a little bit cooler, I think. Let's put this down to 15 degree. Let the machine work a little bit. Maybe 2 bottles of nectar. Maybe not. Alright. What's that out? Hold damage. What is taking cold damage here? Did we, because the nectar is so cold, did it immediately freeze that in the pipe? Oh, right. Alright, so send green signal if below 13. And I'm actually thinking for now, we're gonna run all of that into this pool here. Before we construct this, can we repair that pipe? Alright, so got a coolant here, going through the metal tiles, cooling them down. Some nice chilly 24 degrees. So we got the super hot 85-degree salt water coming in, dropping down, and as soon as it's below 30, it's allowed through. So we're not gonna have a steady flow here, but that's fine. Now, that being said, if we're just using it for the desalinator, we don't need it that chill. It could be a little bit, you know, could say 35 is good enough. And there's more bleach stone bleaching off into the walls. Right, this experiment worked. Carbon dioxide is gone. Zombie spores are gone. Wonderful. Snip that. Deconstruct all of that. Actually, don't deconstruct the gas pipe. We figure out what we want to do with that chlorine. I might just actually just tuck it back into the tank here. Why do we have water in here? Why do I try to sweep the water? Oh, we swept up. What the hell is happening here? We swept up resin that melted, and this is now liquid resin in this, and this displaced the water that was in there. I don't even know where I swept that up. God damn it. Commander Emily, hello there. How goes the vault hunting? Also, why is nobody building this? Nobody has the errand. Oh no, that's the liquid pipe. The temperature plates. Nobody has the errand. Cancel those. Yeah, it's gonna be, it's the pipe is too short, so that's why it's not a constant flow here. It also always needs to stay a little bit in the tiles here to get cooled down, but that's fine. As long as we're getting any water. And it's gonna be the same thing with this stuff, right? I'm still not sure how we're gonna get this actually, because it's steam, but we need it to be water. Now you could argue, do we even need this water if we have all of this water? I don't know yet. Fresh water is kinda stagnant. We have water for oxygen. Let's get this thing sorted out first here. Base tour. All right, so we were on a asteroid that was initially under threat of a giant meteoroid, asteroid, a giant rock landing here and destroying half the planet. But we managed to meteor blast it out of the sky, giving us some nice debris fields that we eventually will be able to harvest. So this is our main base. We got some decent barracks. We got some nice washrooms. We got a kitchen. We got a great hall, research area. Somebody is just getting an oil change. We're farming, or ranching rather, a bunch of lumps. Which actually, now that I say that, still don't have a good system for their eggs, so you occasionally need to like manually go around, collect the eggs, so that we don't overpopulate the farms. Making some food here, making some other stuff here. And this whole base is locked in, and this is the only exit. And there's a bunch of water down here that I have no idea where that is coming from. What the hell is happening here? Did I... Hang on. Do I allow liquefiables in here? Are we sweeping up all the... No? Did the ice somehow get swept up? Okay, whatever. Mop it up, you lazy bastards. So yeah, and then everybody gets into the suit and goes out in the bad worlds, where we then do some like farming here in the cold biome, and we have our oxygen machine over here. And this is the heart, my proudest achievement in this colony so far. So we have 2 volcanoes here, dropping hot magma down here, which we are leeching onto some metal tiles, which transfer the heat into a room filled with 200-degree hot steam, giving us energy and allowing our machines that also make hotness, make temperature, to operate in this area. Little industrial sauna, if you will. Yes, the Prehistoric Planet Pack is the DLC that was there recently, which has the whole asteroid is coming to destroy your colony mechanic. And you have a limited amount of time before you shoot it down, or it's going to destroy your planet, kind of thing. So no free soul. And since everything we're creating in here is kind of hot, we're making a little debris chiller. So we're preparing something where we gonna have where's the shipping? Put everything here on a conveyor rail. That conveyor rail goes here through a pool of cool mercury, and if it's cool enough, it comes out on the other side. No, so in some DLC they added bionic duplicants, bionic pawns. So we have at the moment 4 bionics and 11 regular dudes. Oh, and to complete the base tour, I guess we have a. So the map has a teleporter here that leads to a second asteroid, and on that second asteroid we are doing the bare minimum to keep people alive. Although we do have some fancy bathrooms, toilets, latrines, whatever, and they even have a fancy. Okay, it's nothing here is fancy actually. The only thing that's fancy is that we are completely flooding the base. Shit. Stop the steal. Because this is not overpressurizing, because there's a pocket of air here. God damn it. Ah, what a disaster. Good thing I was given the base tour. Because otherwise I would have missed all of this. Oh boy. Oh, this is a certified Oni moment here. Nothing to worry about, it's just germ-filled polluted water. Wouldn't be my base if it wasn't flooded in some way somewhere. Shouldn't you be stopping now though? If I disconnected it on the other side. Yeah, I disconnected that. Does this have like a storage? Okay. The rest goes in now? Maybe? I don't know. Let's just disconnect the entrance here. I don't want to waste all that water. Poor Jobbo has been sitting on dry land for like a long time now. Anyway, over here we can actually analyze that thing. Out of curiosity, so that's coming back in at 25. I'm saying 15. It's going into the cooling loop here at 11. Doing some work. Cooling down that salt water is not an easy task. Hope that's not costing me too much power. Not sure why nobody has errands for these. Nobody has errands for these either. They are reachable, and we have Mercury. Ceiling collapse. This is fine. That is Mercury, yes. Now, thankfully, Mercury doesn't really have like negative health consequences. It's really just annoying metal that you find as a solid metal in like cool biomes, and then you start using it and it melts all over the place, and you have liquid metal everywhere. But here I'm using it as a like liquid pool for cooling. Oh no. What? Why is there polluted water in here? Did somebody made a mess there? Yes. Why though? Fossil data decoded. Yeah, that's nice. What can we do with this now? We can demolish it. Excavate that. So do we just... I mean, what's the worst that can happen, right? If we just dig here into that super cold one. Just minus 85 there. T-shirt weather, basically. Oh god, our temp shift plates aren't even melting anymore. They'll melt soon enough. Wait, what do you mean temp shift plate dirt? What's happening here? Oh, I guess I didn't have enough mercury for free, so it built one out of dirt. Cool. Useless. Insufficient resources, okay. We have a little bit more mercury here that we can dig up. Maybe we're just gonna grab some extra ladders in here. It depends on your room temperature. I guess room temperature is room temperature, not a dependent. We're also definitely getting a couple too many lumps now, since we're no longer feeding the young to the Rexes. Don't ask. I guess we just have to cull manually a little bit here. You got it so hot over there. That's fine. Do I care about this tile here? Yeah, let's cancel this. I really just want to close this up. Yeah, it's good enough. And let's get actually the rail transport stuff going. So we want some of these buddies. I can put you here. It should be made out of steel. Okay, and then we can have a conveyor loader. It's made out of steel. Yeah, that picks up everything that this guy picks up. Then maybe we just deconstruct this tile. Get a ladder here. And this way I should be able to get a sweeper in here that can target anything that's dropped by the rock crusher and by this thing. And I guess we have a separate one for the glass. This I make it thing here, and then we can also pick up stuff from this, but I don't know, like everything we make in the kiln could get some ceramic back for the base, maybe. Yeah, you know what? Deconstruct this. Alright, and then we wanna have shipping. Iron ore conveyor rail, that might as well just go straight down here. That works. You're gonna need another conveyor loader. And then same thing over there. Oh, this thing also needs power? I guess we actually have some proper cable here somewhere. Yeah. Well, you know, if you need power, I might as well just put you right onto the power thing. Alright, I'm gonna need rail. Boom. And boom. Oh yeah, power. Okay, let's see if that actually works. So we can now say here any what refined metals, any gold, any nickel that we see here, and actually any steel. Which is not a refined metal, but it's a what in manufactured material. Yes. Pick that all up. That's gonna go onto the rail. This guy here is gonna pick up any plastic. Made any table salt yet? Unless we have some table salt to make, you're gonna make some ceramics. Alright, it's coming through here. Let's see. This stuff. Okay. Well, nickel at 129 degrees. It's coming through here and it's already at -10. The idea is to cool it down to 25 degrees, but at the moment we're still a little bit too cold in here. Hang on. And my shutoff says send green signal if below 30. Table salt, and this is then for glass and ceramic. Automated shipping halfway across the map. I love it. And it's all falling down here into a little storage pile. Okay, alright, cool. By the way, I'm not sure I mentioned this. This is a wonderful little thing. Right, so we have these wonderful little plants here. When they grow full, then they create little butterflies, and the butterflies fly around and they pollinate other plants so that they grow faster. And the plants they are pollinating and making grow faster here are so-called lura plants, which are like carnivorous plants that eat other insects, and then they... Anyway, and that's how we create ember. So, you know, it's a circle of life. Need to replace all of our wire with some better wire soon. But hey, I think we're actually in a good spot here now. Let's go at this thing. This is now cleaned out. Okay, so that actually means that instead of putting the salt water into this pool, into this pitiful pool, you're now gonna be my main source of salt water. Going in here. And we're just gonna deconstruct a whole bunch of pipe spaghetti here. This all got removed. Deconstruct that. Yeah, all of this out of here. I'm tempted actually to relax here a little bit on the temperature that we're requiring. Because I think this is our water line going to our oxygen generation. That should we need to make sure that that's filled again. Power. That power is going there. That's still needed. That power is going there. That's also still needed. It's just this guy. Can just connect that here and then get rid of a little bit more cable. A little bit more wire. Alright, so that's the cold one now analyzed. Now this is the hot one, right? This is has a little bit of temperature. I'm not sure if I can just, I mean, I can. I'm not sure if I should just do something where I like dig myself into here. And then let, you know, nature take its course. I mean, what's the worst that can happen if, for example, we remove this abyssal barrier? Is this here diamond? Then we remove this abyssalite area, and then we remove this. And we just go in there and analyze that, and we don't care about what's happening with that biome here. Seems like a reasonable way to handle this. Okay, over here. Cut this off. Actually deconstruct that. That was a temporary solution for a temporary problem. Now, if I push this a little, I mean, it's already running all the time, right? 98% of time. Even if I tell it, hey, go down to 10%, 10 degrees, it's not going to be able to do that. Well, we'll see what we can do here. Activate that. And that's the fourth one. Then we have all four of these things excavated. The temperatures barely interacting with each other. Sure, this will not all melt down into a set little puddle. Oh, also, this is not reachable here. Wait, is it already complete? No. Oh, and over here, and this cold one. We can excavate the other fossils. Alright, over here. What are we telling you? We're telling you 30 degrees for the cooling, and we're telling you it needs to be below 30 degrees. That's not a smart setup, I think. So let's kick you down to 20. Hello, Lenny. How you doing? Oh yeah, and the other thing I wanted to do. We're gonna need a little extra here. I need to allow access through this again. Storage complete. Ancient specimen. Efforts of unearthing the bottomless fossil quarry. Alright, so this one is now a thing where we can get more fossil for the cheap price of diamond that I don't have naturally on this planet. So thanks, game. It's kind of useless, but hey, if we need more fossil at some point... I think we can demolish these, right? Actually demolish this? No. Yes, technically yes. Potentially seeing what we can do with this area here. So the zombie spores that were around this fossil, what I did is lock it in with tiles, and basically with some corner building and stuff, I had a gas pipe here with chlorine gas going in there. And then the chlorine killed the zombie spores, and at the end it was just some zombie spores left in a single tile of carbon dioxide, and I was able to, via the corner, build the tile on top of it, which deleted it. It was a bit of a pain. That took way longer than I like to admit, but in the end it worked. I don't trust zombie spores yet. But yeah. I mean, we still have on our second planetoid plenty of zombie spore plants here everywhere in the oil biome. So far, I've just avoided digging into those areas. I'm an idiot. I cut the pipe through the teleporter exit, not the teleporter pipe coming in. God damn it. Alright, let me just cut the pipe here. I'm getting torrently flooded everywhere here. This is a total disaster, this colony now. Oh my god. Maybe I should just at some point. Oh, because we're also pumping it out of here. Oh god, this is okay. This is fine. We'll figure it out here at some point. Project. Big water tank is still running. That's the important part right now. Anyway, what were we doing here? So we done the whole fossil story thing. We got this. Is this good enough, though? I have the feeling that we're not cooling down enough water fast enough to provide water for our electrolyzer. I think we want to relax here probably a little bit more. Like, technically it doesn't matter. Like, we could have 70-degree water going up to our electrolyzer. That would be fine. So maybe I even relax it up to 60 or so. Problem is it goes half across the map. Is that an insulated? It's not an insulated pipe. And maybe if we're using water that's that hot, we don't want to use it anymore to even out the temperature here. I don't know. Okay, maybe 60. Okay, let's say 50. 50 is fine. It's gonna lose some temperature on the way. That's fine. And I think that was maybe a little bit ambitious here, saying, oh yeah, this little cooling loop in the middle is able to cool down 2 geysers from both sides. And it's barely able to cool down 1.
It is good to see you again.
Hello, Raging Fury. I mean, we could totally kill Emily. I mean, if she wants to be a dupe here. I mean, we haven't had any deaths in this colony so far, so... The chances of survival in this colony are better than in the usual XCOM campaign that we're doing, right? Alright, how's this looking? The fact that I gave up on these two tiles also means our cooling potential here is a little bit lower. This is not cooling down at all. What's up with that? Like all the other stuff, right? The nickel is down to 17.4 degree, which is the same temperature as the mercury here. But that table salt is sitting there at 57.7 and is not moving an inch. And it's just 5 grams. Does table salt just not exchange temperature? Yeah, but I would think that something in a very small quantity would be even faster in exchanging temperature. Let me see. Do we have anything else here? Any other? It's nickel, nickel, nickel. Just checking if we have the ceramic is also good. Kind of want to check if we have any other table salt and if that is also changing. Plastic is also dropping. I'm just gonna manually wave it through. Plastic. If it's always gonna cause an issue, we're just gonna stop collecting the table salt. Might even stop producing it. The other thing we could also put onto this rail. Okay, it stopped again. What's in the thing? Plastic at 80 degrees, which is slowly going down. Yeah, alright, that's fair enough. I wonder if somehow the thermosensor is somehow slowing it down. I think it's just a matter of plastic being just slow to change temperature. Now, what I don't understand, honestly, the idea was that stuff that's too hot is gonna go through and go back to it. You know what? I know what the problem is. I need another bridge to give it direction. So we gotta open this up again here. Here's a question. Have our natural gas generators been running at all? 30%. Okay. We're not getting everything from our geothermal right now, which is fine. Okay, we're gonna need to disconnect this. Stuff that's too hot, it's coming this way. Stuff that's cold enough is going out. Okay, that's the way it's supposed to work. Save. Close that up again. No, so I didn't have this bridge in here, so then I didn't understand which direction it was supposed to go. Sometimes it doesn't matter if it's pipes, gas pipes, or rails. You need to kind of give the system some direction. No, more like lack of bridge, not a wrong bridge placement. Like, it didn't understand that it was supposed to go from this over here to this. Like, this bridge is necessary so the stuff that's on the loop has priority over the new stuff coming in. And the question is, do we have, like, stuff in here now that's gonna take ages to change temperature? But I think maybe we can get you a little bit. 99%. Maybe I shouldn't put you lower. Yeah, we'll let this one. Like, this is nothing here is super urgent. Not like the water we need for our oxygen supply. It's a little bit more critical, and it's getting worse. I think now that we relax to 50 degrees, I think we're kind of catching up a little bit. Hopefully. I guess the alternative is we just take this here, the polluted water that we're no longer sending over to the second colony, and cleanse it and send that up to the oxygen generation. It's an option. It's not a terrible option, honestly. The water sieve's just gonna be half a pipe anyway. Yeah, let's put that in here. There's no elegant way to do this. Alright, yeah, I'm just gonna do it here. Bridge it on. Some scaffolding here, and we're gonna need a power wire is already connected. Oh, great, we have steam in here now. That was... okay, cool. Who could have guessed if you open up a chamber with 1,000-degree stone in there that you might get some steam from all the surrounding ice? The mystery, really. Nobody could have expected that. Alright, anyway, we have plenty of iron ore still. With nickel, how are looking at golds? Plenty. So I don't need to go digging for something. We got 3 tons of plastic. So I was considering building some individual bedrooms for my guys. Comfy bed is what? 200 plastic? It's 4 tiles. That was what, 17? So I can exactly not make it 5 tiles big, the bedrooms. Guess we're doing some decadent 7-tile wide bedrooms here. Sure. I'm doing the good old double doors. 4, 5, 6, 7. Then you know what? We're not gonna do these doors. We'll do granite tiles. That way we can do the nice ceiling thing there. Although if I do the ceiling thing, then I can't do a hanging flower pot and stuff like that. Let me see. Furniture. Well, we probably want a marble sculpting block here. Let's make them diamonds. And even though we're currently not getting any fiber, it's just 1 fiber per picture, right? So let's get everybody a nice picture. And then we'll do some wallpaper, some drywall. We have some more room here for individual bedrooms, potentially here. And then as we remove the barracks, we can turn those into individual bedrooms. Oh, we can also tell Sonia to no longer come into the gym. Although the other thing I would really like to do is eventually get to space and do some rocket stuff. Question is, where do we do this? Either we dig out this and deal with all the mercury, dig out this and deal with all the polluted water. Ah, questions over questions. I guess one other thing I wanted to do is get base cooling somehow organized differently, because at the moment we don't have it. Like, we have the overflow from the bathroom cooling down the kitchen a little bit. That's not base cooling. But we could use this, right? Use this as a cooling loop. That's the whole idea why it's there. Gotta figure out how to we get this water out, and then how to use the cooling loop. Because I'm sending the overflow into this pool so that we have fresh water in the base. That's why this is not enough salt water for the desalinator. Okay, okay. Still makes sense. He's distracted here today. Okay, what's the status here? We still have a minor flooding issue. I guess the problem is... Now, they shouldn't be throwing the bottles in here. We could also increase the size of this pool a little bit. That might help. Definitely increase the size of this. Maybe we can mop this up. This is all sorted. Make sure we get all the goodies out of there. Let's think. This is gonna be what? 110 tiles. Water capacity. I feel like this might be more than 110. That's 120. It's not that much more, but it's more. But if we dig it out here, then it's not all gonna come down. And yeah, I mean, we open it up, and then we close it. Close it off here. That should work. Before we do that though, let's get a... Just future-proofing. I don't have any immediate plans for the water, but hey, I'd rather have a pipe in there now than having to set up one later when we have like saltwater pool up to here. Low enough to mop? No, not quite. See if we can do 2 more. One other thing we can also do is place this tile with an airflow tile. Then we should be able to get liquid in this tile. And it's eventually going to overpressurize and not like fill it up again so that it overflows. Alright, meanwhile, which is the best temperature tolerance? I guess the ring rose bush. Right, yeah, logical. That's yours now. Now, here's a question now. If the bionic duplicants, if they only sleep once every 3 days, do they even get full benefit from the barracks? I guess we can check, right? It might be because I just assigned it, so it might not have an impact yet. Let's just go this way. Logical. He doesn't have any modifier from no barracks +1 at the moment. So I guess it probably has to at least sleep there once for it to register. I'm not using this anymore, right? So, you know what, let me just deconstruct a whole bunch of stuff here. This is polluted water bottle emptier, okay. I think I wanna swap that, and I wanna run this pipe here instead. That. And deconstruct this bridge. Cut this. And we can also this. We'll look at the power line. That's fine. It doesn't need deconstructing. Sweep all of this. Can we somehow trick the system here? I think so. Gotta come off here. Leaps should all go behind the buildings, right? I could do something instead of. So I kind of want to reroute this so that I can free up this area for the cooling loop to cool down the base, or mostly the kitchen. Or maybe we just don't cool it from here. And I'm thinking just running this pipe instead of, you know, this way around, just bridge, 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 and then up here. I think that might be the answer. I hope it's not gonna look too ugly in the bathroom here. This whole stuff goes up there. And we can rethink how we do this, yeah. Deconstruct this, deconstruct that. There. So, for this pipe. I hate it already, but I know what we're gonna do. Oh, it's not clear yet. Okay, so I think we're just gonna bring you back down now.
It is good to
This
see
is
you
gonna be
again.
ugly. A little bit long. Windigo, hello, hello there. Then we just gotta have... one going this way and one going that way. Alright, that should work. And we just gotta fill it then, so I guess we might already start with that. Give me a bottle filler. That's gonna be a lot of nectar that we need to fill that. Actually, now that I think about it, cancel that. Let's try that. I think instead we're gonna grab the polluted water line and use that as coolant. Yep, yep, this way. This way. Bridge it on. Bridge it over this. No, actually this. Alright. I like that more. I like that way better. Should be good enough. We don't need nectar. Like, nectar is really good cooling fluid. Like for like aqua tuna loops, it's kind of good. Like the stuff we're doing here. But for little base cooling, especially such a long pipe, that's overkill. We haven't done any research in a while, right? Let me actually check first. We have how many data banks? 45 data banks. What can we get? What do we want to get? I mean, this is something I want to get, right? The drill cone, so we can have our rockets collect stuff from orbit. That's gonna need a bunch of data banks now. I mean, it's not gonna need any less if we don't start it now. Just double checking there was anything else on tier 4. Which we need now. I mean, that's the other thing. We could try to go for the data miner, which allows us to make data banks without using rockets. Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm gonna start this. Then we're gonna double check if we have any more geysers we can analyze for some free data banks. Thanks overpressure. That here is overpressure. I guess we can dig towards this one. Look if we can analyze that. Still working on this. Feel like I can maybe speed this up by giving them proper path to walk. Because they're constantly like slipping on the ice and stuff. Let's just make a path here. That's gonna keep them busy for a while here. Is the Slickster boy, Slickster baby still alive? Nope. Slickster did not make it. So I'm still wondering where we want to do rockets. We could just, I think it's kind of nice to do it here. Then maybe we can even use the asteroid defense from the blast shot here. Get a second one over here, and then have two rocket shafts in between. That could work. And I don't mind, like, coring all of this out. It's just so annoying to get to right now. We would have to, like, get onto here, run all the way up here. Maybe we need to extend our network here. That again brings us down to the problem of, do we have plastic for that? Not if we want to give everybody a fancy private room. Does this actually count as a proper room here? What is this? Private bedroom. Should give +3 morale. If I see dupes running inside, I always feel like we need to queue up more work for them. Well, either way, this needs to be extended to 3 tiles. One way or the other. Filling this up. I actually paid attention to. We have 600,000 calories. Okay. And here we're holding it steady at like 50,000. Okay. I think since I redid the power, I also powered our fridges, and that probably helped get our calories up a little bit, so we don't have that much food decaying anymore. Okay. How's the chlorine in here? I think we can probably run a 3rd megafront. Oh, 200,000 of our calories are in berry sludge. And I'm not allowing them to eat berry sludge. Berry sludge does not spoil at all. This is the food for our space program. It's gonna go up in the rockets. The orange dinosaurs. These are so-called lumps, and they yeah. A lump. So they are herbivores. They eat the figs that are growing on these vines here, and for that they give me peat. It's what they shit. And yeah, and the peat I need to fertilize my sweat corn here. And also for other stuff. We're back up to 95 tons. We were actually down to 30 tons of that stuff. So we can actually do a little bit more carbon here and a little bit more ceramic. So like, 80. Let it run. Hospital is running. And we should totally get a bunch more glass here. Get 80 glass. They're cows in a way. Without the milking. I wouldn't want to try to milk these guys. You are done, eh? Give me more gold. And more nickel. And then over here you complain that you don't have enough iron. Well, I guess we're making a bunch more iron. Keep the machines running. So there's one more thing we could actually pick up here with our transportation system. And that is the igneous rock we're getting down here. Which not necessarily priority. Bear loader. I always have so trouble spotting that. Is this the right? Yeah, okay. Now this igneous rock is still like 300 degrees here. So we actually want to run this a little bit through the steam room first, before we put it on the main rail. And actually, I don't even want to run that through the steam room itself, but let's get a couple. No, that's with the background tiles. I can't do what I want to do. Couple metal tiles here. I just want to see how much temperature they lose going through those 4 metal tiles alone. Because if we put 300-degree rocks into this system, then it's just gonna be sitting there trying to cool those down. Also, yeah, a little bit concerned here. When nothing is being shipped out. Everything's full of table salt. And it's all 5-gram packets. Ceramic goes through. This glass, I guess. Yeah, glass 25 degrees goes through. The salt just doesn't get cold. I'm not sure how to fix that. I could just put in a filter and say, yeah, salt, just get it through. Don't even go through the chiller. Maybe that's the play here. So we need to get in here again, which we can't because of this step. I think that's kind of the only way to handle that. Solid filter. There. Then everything goes on the loop. That's not salt, and table salt is gonna go boom, 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 boom. And bridge onto this line then. Yeah, that means we gotta deconstruct that just so that we can get over there to build this. And I guess disconnect that. I think temporarily I'm just gonna say above and get all that salt out of here. And I'm very much tempted to temporarily build a tile in here to get that last pocket of air out of it. You're gonna need power. How obnoxious. 120 watts. It's so expensive. Right. You are filtering out able salts. Did it not? No, filter out potential salt, yeah. What are you complaining about? No conveyor receptacle. What? Maybe because this last thing is not built yet. There we go. Alright. You know what? Sweep 39. That out of there. Somebody go diving in the Mercury. Thank you, Gizmo. So if I say igneous rock here, like 300 degrees, and by the time it reaches up here, it's 260. Okay, that's clearly not enough. That is not going to be good enough. So we need to do some temperature reading shenanigans here too. Let's make sure you're not going. Going anywhere here. Well, so let's say we go up here. We have a thermosensor going into a conveyor shutoff. If you meet the temperature requirements, you go in the shutoff, you come out, you go out. Cool. If you don't have the temperature requirements, you go through the steam room a little bit more. And probably to the start here. And just so to make sure that what's on the line has priority, we need a bridge here. And then we gotta connect this. Cancel that build. We also need that out of steel, I guess. And it's gonna need power, doesn't it? Yeah. Oh, this also needs to be below again. Like, yeah, everything needs to stay on the cooling loop because it's not hot enough. It's like, that's not how that works. Okay. I like that this is working and all the stuff we're making here is then available nice in the center of the base for everybody. Also, our kitchen, let's see. Oh, look at that. It's really cooled down here. So this cooling loop is doing work. That probably also means we can deconstruct this thing. Bridge. So it's coming back into the cooler, 23, coming out at 22. Easy. Alright, back to the potential space program. I guess the problem is we need to get rid of all these liquids here. I guess we can drop the mercury down here somewhere. What we do with this polluted water? Which is that? I guess we can... I kind of like having some water available for something in the future. So maybe we do just some good old reservoirs. Since we're bringing it in already over here. This needs to be cut off, and I guess we just gotta empty this pipe. And deconstruct that. Alright, so we pump out this. Get away over here. Which probably means we want to have a ladder. You know, we just have a ladder from here. Going all the way down here. Dig all this out. Let the mercury settle down here. Don't care about it. Then our main path is gonna be through here. Same thing here. Dig out everything. Have a big pool somewhere over here or so. Get all that nice gold. Then start building a spaceport up here. And we bring up our tube up this way. We do have 11 tons of nickel. I think I'm also gonna keep replacing our power wire, our heavy watt wire, with conductive. Oh, actually. The idea was to not run it along the ladder, but run it here. For various reasons. Did you changed it to steel? Yeah, how about no? How about we just build until we run out of nickel? Yeah. And maybe we queue up some more nickel. We have still 280 tons of ore, so I don't mind going wild with that. Maybe we should be using gold. I don't know. I mean, we're also gonna get some material back, right? Yeah, our current heavy watt wire is out of nickel ore, so we get nickel back. So I wasn't even trying to make that one. It just happened. Deconstruct those tiles. Make sure this is all getting pumped out. We might as well already start here on this. Should not break anything. I guess we got the work for these guys. Let's check over here how we're looking. Still got some work to do over here. We did find... Oh, it's dormant. This one is dormant. Alright. Dig it out and analyze it. If we want to set up something to capture that natural gas, we're gonna need steel. Right? This is coming out at 150, yeah. I think steel is the only thing that can withstand that. So we're gonna need to say here. Bring some steel over to the other colony, but don't overdo it. I wish you could specify how much and then only send it off. I don't know. Magma. Ooh, and they're both active. Or not dormant. And this is... Eruption period. 73 seconds every almost 10,000 seconds? I also thought they would give it a little bit more. If we ever can maintain this, there actually being magma here, we might actually get some heat into this. Alright, so this whole system, I guess still needs to be then connected to the chiller. Apparently nobody can build that. Well, no, you probably just got rid of all the nickel, that's the problem. I wonder if I want to add a timer sensor to this arm, so it doesn't immediately always grab everything as soon as it's produced, in case we need something in here, right? I think that would be an interesting idea if I had any room for a timer sensor here. Let me see. Timer. Guess up here. It's not the problem of having a timer sensor, it's more the problem of having space. Yeah, I like these new apartments that we built here. That's some luxury living. Oh yeah, did the guys get the bonus here? Private bedroom +3. Cool. Still not enough to give you all the skill. Well, barely. What do you mean z-axis? We all know the world is two-dimensional. Where would that third dimension come from? You're talking wild stuff here. Logical. I tried, but I was actually considering, you know, how much longer am I gonna go on, and maybe we can finish the stream before he gets his streak in, but couldn't quite get it done. Oh, the other thing I could also do is get a sleepy dog into all the other farms so we can pick up the peat. Although, whatever, it's not like we need the peat urgently, we only have 90 tons. 40 stream streak. I feel like I've been streaming longer than 40 streams now. Are you even trying? Did we ever set this above? Okay. This should obviously be below like 180. Oh god. We're sending a whole bunch of very hot stuff through the conveyor rail. Oh, actually, most of it has kind of cooled down. Yeah, it's nice implementing a conveyor rail thing. What are you doing, guys? Oh god, it's not registering the right direction again. Let's do another bridge, because why not? Over here. Cut that. Salvation. I think so. Right, is any of this the... Yeah, igneous rock at 26 degree. Wonderful. All that igneous rock we could ever need to build stuff with. And we still have 20 tons here left. We need some hatches, that's what we need, that we can feed all the igneous rock to. Okay. This is cooling off now. This hasn't been built yet. Is that reachable? Yeah, should be reachable. We're running out of space here. We have like maybe room for 1 or 2 more machines down here. Technically we could put something right here, but it's so windy working here with the steam turbines constantly blowing over your head. Right, water for hydrogen is, or oxygen rather, is backed up. Main water tank is full-ish and good temperatures. I'm trying to put out fires, but we currently don't have any major fires in the base. I guess we're still looking. I'm still waiting for this to be emptied out. But I guess the bigger thing now is to get some digging going over here. What is getting an auto sweeper? It's getting overheated. How are you overheating? Why is the steam so hot here? Let's take note of above 200. No, let's keep it at 175. Gonna need some active cooling in here? No. It's gonna take a while to get this cooled down again. I could just... Do we have any iridium left? Eight kilograms? That's probably not enough to build an auto sweeper from. I think we just need to send a brave soul out here. You can come here. You can not come over this. Bam, bam, bam. Make iridium accessible. And get down here. Making that mercury pool down here. If we ever gonna need it. Okay, if I check now for iridium, now that we made some area accessible up here, we have 400 kilograms. Do we just want to rebuild this thing? Think so. A little bit too close to the edge. It's one step closer to the edge and it's about to break. You are getting overheated. The fuck? How did that happen? I guess you're made out of nickel ore, and I'm sending 200-degree hot igneous rock through you. Guess we're opening this up for the 15th time today. God damn it. Alright. Yeah. Deconstruct that filter, please. Hot sweeper from iridium. Right here. I'm gonna rebuild this filter out of steel. That should be good enough. And efforts we go through just for some igneous rock here. Alright, anyway. Get this out of the way. Deconstruct that thing. I can probably also deconstruct that, but at the moment it's the platform for us to walk through. I think just gonna end up doing something like this. This is gonna be our path. This is still important here. I guess it keeps this pump powered, right? We're not powering it from below now. Right, we need to replace that filter. It's so easy to get distracted in this game. We could go for iridium. Nah, steel should be enough. Steel should be more than enough for this. Meanwhile, over here, we actually managed to... Oh, hang on. Did we ever get steel sent over? Yes. That's enough. That's 2 tons, roughly. Don't want to send any more than that. So... Give me that. Give me this. Give me some obsidian tiles. Analyze it. Put a pump in there. Get some pipes out. Getting power down there is gonna be a pain. We already have this, almost have this swept out fully. Would even say, hey, what's left there? Eggshells, granite. Nah, let's get it out. Get out. Now we got the fast track here. Fast-ish. What was that? It sounded like the scalding message. Or like... I don't know. Pixels? I guess we could use another, like, exit or so here. Also something to be said to bring our tube down here somewhere. I don't know. Or did we end up with some bleach stone in the middle of the base? But we got rid of all the nasty gases here, and then somebody dropped some bleach stone there. That's very annoying. So there's one drop of water there. Unbelievable. Reachable. Dig out all of that. Is this reachable? This. Yeah, it's good enough. Oh, look at that, there's some fossils here. Excavate that. So where he was coming from, that he was running the whole way instead of taking the tube from there. A little bit concerned that we have here this liquid resin or whatever it is in there, and that eventually solidifies again, and then we don't have any liquid in here, and everything that's in this spot is gonna start off gassing. That would be ungood. Somewhat ungood. So if we wanted more plastic, which we kind of do, we could also turn our nectar into plastic. I feel like maybe if we get a lot of it here. I'm just currently waiting for shit to get done. Let's see. You know what? We're gonna drop the water here as the potentially final thing for today. Did we complete the analysis? Yes, we have 7.3 cycles until this activates. Okay, let's actually also get this quickly done here. Ventilation, gas pump made out of steel. In there, insulated pipe. Down here. Hot wire. Do I need to be concerned about the power wire? I think that's only about the melting temperature, not the overheat temperature. One more thing there, and then cut it out. I should also have, first of all, sweep the data bank with high priority. Give me an Atmos sensor in here. Just so that we can kind of control when the pump triggers. Alright, here we go. I think that's called a laminar flow, right? Yeah, let's see how much I was wrong about the size of this and the size of the amount of water that's up there. Oh no, Mr. Sweedle. What you gonna do? Evolve into meat. Just like, yeah, fresh meat. Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys. I totally trust that this is not gonna spill over here, but we're gonna close it up now. Everything else we can do from the top. And when I say we close it up now, I say, well, let's close it up quickly. This base has been flooded enough today. Can't wait for somebody to run through to get stuck on the other side. Just as we're closing it up. No, I guess this time not. No. Josh, how? You can't fit through one tile gap, Joshua. You're cheating. I hate everything about you. Of course it was frickin' Joshua. That guy's been a pain in my butt. He's kind of pretty now, right? Having a nice pool here. Anyone building this here anytime soon? Are you gonna magically teleport to the wrong side here, Pei? Or are you gonna be a good dupe? Hey, close it up. Joshua's coming. Ah, that's closed off. Critical power level. How long have you been in there? And how did I not see that? Here. The worst dupe I've ever heard of. Oh, but you have heard of me. So yeah. So you're constantly being the worst dupe. I think the first rocket we get, we put in Ulti and Joshua and send them to a new planet. That's gonna be a colony of success. Ah. This is actually now has been dug out. This is pumped out, and that is wonderful. So you can deconstruct all of that. Mop the rest up. Yeah, probably somewhere over here we're gonna have like another station, transit tube station, and then start building some sort of rocket platform. And I don't think we have too many meteor showers here. Copper, iron, gold. But if we get some, I don't see any gold lying anywhere. I don't think we ever had a gold meteor shower. So we collected all the gold already. There's some gold amalgam, so maybe. But you know what? All that being said, I think we had some good success today. We built this wonderful chill room for all the material we get out of our industrial area, and we built another little chill thing to chill down the water from this hot saltwater geyser. And potentially from this... No, it's not going to be able to also cool the steam. We started building individual barracks. We'll do more of that as we get more plastic for the beds. We have a new cooling loop for this. We cleaned up our pipes. And yes, this is cleaned up. Shut up. Yeah, and we're digging towards our rockets. And over here, we're analyzing all the geysers that are on this planet. Actually, final check. This one's idle, and this one is also idle. We're waiting for those two to get dormant. And we started dropping down and collecting all the salt water. All this is all gonna get somehow over here into this pool. And then we have all this area with no resources in it to do. I don't know what we're gonna do with it. Like this planetoid has been really disappointing. Like there's barely any metal ores. Like the only thing that it has is like oil going for it, but it doesn't even have water, so we can't actually get the oil. But yeah, I'm gonna take a save here. I'm getting hungry. I need to get some food in me. So we're gonna take save. And quit to the main menu and save and quit, because I don't trust the game that it actually saved. And I'm gonna thank you all for hanging out. Next stream is gonna be a Tuesday Summer XCOM, and we'll see at what point we continue with some more Oni. I might do a little bit off stream, since it's really just waiting for construction there, before we get to the actual construction of the spaceport. You know, just to get things going. For now, let's see if there's any raid target here currently busy that I could send you over to. Since we're just talking about XCOM, looks like Zero is having an early stream, late stream, middle of the day stream. I don't know. I'm just gonna send you over there. So yeah, have a great rest of your Sunday, everybody, and thanks for hanging out. Catch you next time. Bye bye.